Thanks for joining us on Khari, free at last on Bounce23 TV. The U.S. Census Bureau says the number of interracial marriages went from 310,000 in 1970 to 2.5 million, or 3% of the total marriages in America. 10% of black marriages or more are between black males and white females. 70% of black females do not have a husband. What impact does interracial marriages have on the future of black females and the black family? Joining me is TalkTainmentRadio.com host Earth Jallow, Kamilah Terry, and Pastor Catrina Hawkins-bowles. All right, now, wait a minute, what was that number? I said 310,000 to 2.5 million. And 70% of black women don't have a husband. But yet, a growing number of the marriages are between black men and white females. Is that a problem, Catrina?
It is a huge problem.
Why?
And it's a big problem for women such as me, not now anymore, now that I'm married, but women such as me that are successful and educated.
You just lost your credibility.
To the single sisters in the room.
Successful and educated, who now can't find husbands because our successful, educated black men are with white women or Chinese or Latinas.
Maybe y'all need to change your attitude. Maybe that's a problem.
Wait a minute. Change our attitude. What do you mean our attitude?
Because we need to learn to be equal opportunity daters. But I don't think black women have been really given the permission to step outside of our race.
Oh, that's not true.
We have been taught throughout history that we are supposed to support our black men. We are supposed to stay in our communities.
And guess what? We have been taught that we're supposed to take care of y'all and all that stuff also. So that's equal opportunity.
But you all are.
And that's part of the problem.
We're not being taken care of. That's number one. Number two, you know, we keep talking about this shortage.
That's because y'all don't want to be taken care of.
I do. I like it. I enjoy it.
Look, here's the problem.
Black women want the same thing that every other woman wants.
Absolutely, we do.
Not true.
That is
You don't think we want to be loved?
You don't think we want to be
loved?
Define love.
Love is being able to allow you to be more than you are by being respectful and honor and being courteous.
Ooh, that's a big one. I don't know what that means. Anyway,
so you don't think
I don't even think you know what it means.
So you don't think that I want to be taken care of, that black women want to be taken care of by our mates? You don't think that?
See, that's the problem. The messages are confusing.
Why? What's confusing? And protected?
Okay, let me tell you what. You act like women's liberals one moment, and then you act like you want to be taken care of.
I don't act like
White women don't do the same thing, but they seem to be getting married. See, I'm tired of black men putting it on us. White women ran in the women's lib movement. Okay, we have our Gloria Steinem and everything else. White women also want to be in the boardroom. White women we want the same thing.
Are you against interracial marriages?
No, I'm not against it.
Are you for it?
I'm for whatever you want to do.
That don't answer the question. Are you for interracial? Now, you know better. You got an advanced degree. How dare you answer?
She do.
Are you for interracial marriage?
I am for it. I mean, I do believe that you should be with who you want to be with.
But every time a black male marries a white woman, that's less men for the black woman. Isn't that what you just said?
That's what we feel.
Are you for it?
I am for people finding someone to love them for who they are.
That don't answer the question. Are you for interracial marriages?
I'm people who find someone to love them for who they are.
I don't understand the necessity of it.
That's what I'm for.
I don't understand the necessity of it.
My thing with this is we talking about the 70% of African-American women who are unmarried.
Yes.
And we talking about there's a male shortage. There's no male shortage. I want us to stop saying that. Let me tell you something, because we have not been taught, like she said, to look outside of American black men. We have a whole continent of black men in Africa that are eligible, that would be loved to marry you.
And that's the problem. My best friend is married to an African man.
But a lot of black women that I talk
she's intelligent.
A lot of black women that I talk to will say that they do not want to marry an African-born man. We don't want to submit. Submission.
Because a lot of people don't know what
that's what I'm talking about.
Submission.
You don't want to submit to a man. You want to be a man. You want to wear the pants, and that's a problem with most men.
Let me
tell you something. It is, because women don't even wear dresses anymore.
I don't have a dress on myself.
Most of y'all wear pants most of the time. Well, she got a dress on.
Because I want to be comfortable.
Well, she got pants underneath. Most of y'all wear pants.
Men used to wear dresses too. Y'all don't wear them no more.
Let me tell you something. I go to the department store to buy some shoes the other day, and guess who was sitting down there buying the same shoes I wear?
Who?
Women, black women.
Black men are buying the same jeans I have on, them skinny jeans.
That's true too,
Those are not men. Anyway.
Okay, and so then I would have to say and bounce back off of you that the women who are buying male shoes can't really be women.
Whoa, why not?
Because for me, I look at this and I look at the gender, the reverse, where I see so many of these women look like men, where I can't even tell the difference whether they're a male or a woman.
Are you against interracial marriage?
I'm against.
Yes or no?
No.
No what? You're not
no,
against
I'm not against interracial marriage.
See the contradiction here?
I'm not.
Y'all complaining about you ain't got no money.
No.
Stay right there. Wait a minute, hold on. Black males leaving. Up next on Khari, free at last. Welcome back to Khari Free at Last. Since 2008, the year of President Barack Obama, black males are leaving black females at an accelerated pace. 24% of all black male newlyweds in recent years married outside their race, compared to 9% of black females. That means black males are marrying in much greater numbers than black females. Joining me is TalkTainmentRadio.com host of Jallow, Kamilah Terry, and Pastor Catrina Hawkins-bowles. Black men are leaving. They are getting away from black women.
Where they going?
Why?
Where they
because they don't want to have to have expectations put on them.
What are you talking about?
We want them to do their job.
White women don't put,
because we know their story.
White women don't put expectations on black men?
They don't understand.
I don't think white women do.
I don't think
what do you mean?
Not the same.
Well,
I mean, I'm not white, so this is only conjecture.
Okay, but that's all I'm asking.
But you know what? And I'm not even trying to put down white women. I just think it's a cultural thing.
What do you mean cultural thing?
I mean, they're used to being more comfortable than we are. Daddy writes checks, the rent's or the mortgage is going to be paid. I mean, when I talk to a lot of my white girlfriends, you know, they may look like they got it financially going on, but they're backed. They have great backing.
Yeah, they do.
And see, we know your story. I know the block you grew up on. I know who your mama and daddy were. I know who your mommy is. I might not know your daddy. But, you know, so yes, we expect you to step up.
But they told me why black men are leaving. Why are they leaving y'all?
Because they haven't learned to be men, period. Oh. Fathers aren't in the home. They haven't seen healthy relationships. And because black women have always been strong,
you've learned to be
because
women.
We have always held it down.
That's a myth.
And because
no, you're right.
They're raised by their mama. They say, well, if my mama could raise them myself, I guess you can raise our kids by yourself.
No,
I agree. We have not
that's
been
a myth. That notion of black women is a myth. Because I mean, look at the condition of the black community.
Well, let's start at the root.
Yeah.
Let's start at the root, and let's start here and say, number one, black women raise their daughters and they spoil their sons.
Yes.
That's number one.
Yes.
And that is a fact.
What's your source for that?
This, my household.
My household.
Growing up in my household. And generations previous before.
Is that?
It's a female. And then I gotta.
Maybe it's the Bible's fault.
Then I have to throw in.
I'm gonna text that in a minute.
Then I have. Wow. Well. Then I have to.
Wait a minute. Expect that to come from a
right. Then I have to throw in the fact that black women were raised to be independent, single women. We were raised to be single by our mothers who tell us, go to school, get your own, have your own car, your own house, your own education. Then when the man comes, we are independent. Independent means solo independent means solo and alone. Okay. Interdependent means that when my man comes, I'm sent, my man, for me, my husband, that I'm going to be able to intertwine and we will be able to connect together.
You know what you just told me? You just told me until black women teach their black daughters to be different, they won't get a man.
Absolutely.
That's what you're telling me.
That's
Is that
what
true?
I just told you.
And not just a man, but a healthy relationship.
Good man. Absolutely. And not listen to the father.
We ain't talking about the horizontal tango.
Right. And then we have to, then you have
Wait a
to.
minute, hold on for a minute. What is it? No, I want to touch that.
Don't touch that.
Don't be new.
Right. You know. And you know, when I hear all of the black women say, ain't no good men out here, I have to stop and I ask them, who raised them?
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Them?
First of all, this notion that there aren't any good men is a false assumption.
Absolutely.
That's a lie.
Absolutely.
And y'all need to stop saying that.
I don't say that. Do y'all say that? We don't say that.
I didn't say they're none. Did I say they're none?
We support black men.
You said a healthy relationship.
A healthy relationship.
That most men are no good.
No, that's implies that most of these relationships people have are unhealthy.
That's not true.
Documented. Really?
The rate of divorce between black males and black females is up to 60%.
What's your data source?
dang, Khari, 60%, okay?
CBS News.
There you go. And so therefore...
She just make up anything.
But therefore, and we have to stop listening to our mothers because our mothers have soured relationships, you know, with our fathers and the relationship that they have. And we be like, men ain't no good and you don't need no man, blah, blah. We have to stop programming this in our daughters.
As black women, we are programmed to believe that we're supposed to get married either. We're supposed to have our babies. We're supposed to get pregnant. We're supposed to be a
But you're supposed to be married.
We're supposed to be a wifey. But no one's telling us that it's okay to be married.
And that's the difference.
But you know something else? She just said that y'all need to stop listening to your mamas. Wait a minute.
Sometimes.
Do you agree with that?
You do.
Sometimes.
Wait a minute, your mother?
Yes.
If your mother is the byproduct of brokenness and is teaching you brokenness, then you have to stop listening to the broken behavior.
What?
Yes, because it becomes generational now. Now your mom don't have a man, you don't have a man.
I know your mother. Did you stop listening to your mother?
I listen to my mother 97% of the time.
It's just 3%.
And there's 3%.
Well, I just have to do what I have to do.
Looking like, oh yeah.
You stopped listening to your mother?
No.
Uh-huh.
My mother gave me great advice.
So
I thought I knew too much and did my own thing.
So is Earth way off the mark on that statement?
No, I don't think she's way off the mark. She's not speaking for every mother.
Because I know some mamas that fit right into this criteria.
Exactly. There are some women who are teaching the poison and keeping the poison going. Like I said, not telling their daughters, like, where's the ring at? Where is he taking care of you at? Where do you plan on
bringing it to the table?
I know mothers who will tell a 16-year-old boy to go up in their 16-year-old daughter's room to go to sleep.
See, that's ridiculous.
I know mothers who've done that.
Let me say this. What does it take, then, to keep the man from leaving, brother? What does it take? I'll start with you.
We have to start acting like ladies. We have to be women. We have to be soft. We have to know how to nurture and get back to that and stop trying to be a man. Miss Earth don't change tires because there are people who get paid to do that because that's what they like to do. That's not what I do. I'm a lady.
That's only one segment of the problem because not all women have that problem. Not all black women, all of 70% of black women have that problem, and that's why we're not married. But I also think, you know, when you get a caliber of women together and we want to step out, how many black men of our caliber are going to be in the room?
Oh, what does that mean? Oh, what does that mean?
That's the excuse. That's the excuse. Exactly, but that's the same excuse.
Back it up with some data. That's a myth.
I Googled it.
There's no better experience.
You want some data?
Experience.
Today, at Xavier University, my alma mater, Xavier University of New Orleans, Louisiana, the ratio between female to male is 13 to 1. There's your data.
Okay.
And that is not only at Xavier, it's in every HBCU.
So what you're saying...
in every college campus, the ratio is larger for female than it is to male.
But you know where you can find a black man?
There's your data.
But it's always been that way.
You can find a black man in an area of town where black women aren't, but white women are. Because they seek it out. That's the problem that I have. And then after they get married,
so you're saying black men are chasing white women? Are you saying black men are chasing?
Absolutely, I believe they do.
Are white women chasing black men?
And I believe white women chase them, and I believe black women don't do that.
Oh, so black women are laying back thinking that they're all this, and we supposed to just hand them.
It's not thinking that you're all of this, but
that's what it sounds like.
The husband finds his wife. You find me.
Right.
You want to be with me. You support me. You respect me.
That's what Scripture says.
See, most young black males think y'all on an ego trip. Y'all think y'all...
That's because he doesn't know his place.
Y'all think... What do you mean
he doesn't know his place? Just like the female is out of place, and that's why we're out of balance right now.
What place is he supposed to be in?
He is the protector. He is the provider. He is the chaser.
That's right.
He is the chaser of the woman.
Y'all don't want to be protected?
Yes, we do.
Y'all don't want to be provided
Yes, we do.
Where's your data on that? Where's his data on that?
Right.
The lion shall be what?
The lion shall hunt, and the lioness shall be hunted.
I'm going to get back to them tigers and bears in a minute. Single black females worth $5? Up next on Khari, Free at Last. Welcome back to Khari, Free at Last. The Insight Center for Community Economic Development says single white women have a median wealth of $42,800. The median wealth for single black women is, catch this, $5. But when married, the married black woman's net worth goes up to $31,500. Joining me is TalkTainmentRadio.com host Earth Jallow, Kamilah Terry, and Pastor Catrina Hawkins-bowles. Oh, God, I got that good. $5. That's your net worth. Single black women have a net worth of $5, according to several studies. And that was in 2007.
That's a Subway sandwich.
That was before the
salted.
Wait a minute,
that's McDonald's value meal.
That was before the subprime mortgage thing, which took another $200 or $300 or $400 billion of wealth out of our community, with a large percentage of that being female. So now you're probably below water.
And I still have to walk out of here with my head held high, knowing that I am a queen, I am a beautiful black woman, I am educated, you know what I'm saying?
Why is your net worth just $5 though? What's going on?
Because there's some haters, that's why.
Wait a minute, single white females, $42,000.
Now how is that?
Where are they getting this? Are they looking at our bank accounts? I mean, where is this coming from?
Yes, all of it. It came from Federal Reserve
because
data.
She has backing.
Wait a minute, it comes from Federal Reserve data. They looked at all the data that the Federal Reserve, and Federal Reserve got data on everything. So this is hardcore data that we're talking about. You know, what is
because
the
black women have never been marketable unless we've been unless we've been the mistress on television, unless we've been like Scandal, unless we've been the ghetto girls, unless we tearing each other's hair out. Like we're not marketable. People don't see us as beautiful. Even our own men a lot of times don't see us as beautiful because it ain't even good enough to be light skinned no more. Your hair got to be a certain texture.
You have to look a certain exotic way.
Yeah, you got to. What is exotic? Black people are exotic. We exotic by nature. We come in all kinds of shades, which is why I don't understand the need for interracial dating. Like, why do you need to date a white woman?
You just said
I'm not as close to a white woman as you're going to get that you need. Well, I mean, come on now.
See what I mean? Double messages. I'm confused.
But I'm just saying, if you want somebody light-skinned, you can get a light-skinned sister. If you want a sister with curly hair, you can get a sister with curly hair. You want her with straight hair. So what's the reason?
Are you critical of black men that date white women?
I am critical of their reasons. Yes, I am.
Why?
Because there's no reason for them to have to. When you exclusively date white women, that tells me that you have something lacking in yourself.
Well, it tells me that you don't have any respect for your mother.
You don't have any respect for your mother. Because there are too many different types of black women to be attracted to.
Or it tells you that these young black males or older black males perceive black women as crazy. And they don't want to be involved with all the stress.
Then you know what? Because black men don't have they don't have self-love then. Because there's no way you can love yourself and love your heritage and love where you come from.
Maybe the woman don't have no love for herself. And that's the problem.
No, I agree. A lot of black women don't have love. Because the images that are portrayed of us aren't of us being beautiful. We always got to put somebody else's hair in our head. We always got to look like somebody. We're always compared to European features.
And not grateful for what somebody does to you. A lot of males say that.
A lot of males do say that.
The other issue is, and I've heard men say this
because you're supposed to do half of what you do. That's why.
Wait a minute.
Men claim that black women emasculate
Wait, because you know this shit.
Men claim what?
That black women emasculate.
Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
That is one of the claims that they say that why they go to white women.
I'm going to say that it's true.
Then I won't have
but I'm going to say that it's true. I'm going to say that it's true.
I'm going to ask the pastor. Pastor, is it true?
We have the ability to do that, yes.
No, oh, you so
and white
slick.
Women don't.
We have the ability. Is it true?
We do have the ability.
Is it true? Do you emasculate?
We do.
We do on a grand scale.
I don't think we intentionally do, but we do.
Because we've been.
Wait a minute, Kamilah, you said no. You said no. Why? Why do you say it's no?
I disagree with that.
Why?
Because there's no evidence that we emasculate them. You are expected to be a man. I see black women holding down worthless black men all the time. So that couldn't possibly be it. When you're with this guy, he got 5 different baby mamas and you still hanging on by the
he's not a man.
Or you're visiting this dude in jail every 2 hours that you can.
He's not a man. Let's get a definition of what a man is, okay? That's the problem.
No, that's the problem. He is still biologically a man.
No,
whether you decide to be a good man, quote unquote, whether you decide to be a man with some moral, he's a male.
He's a male.
And Earth is differentiated between male and man. Please define it for us.
Absolutely.
No, why don't we just give it adjectives? He is still a man.
He's a boy.
That is the emasculation that we give them. Just because he chooses to be trifling does not mean he's a man. He's just a trifling man.
He missed his rites of passage and he does not know. He is stuck. He is a boy.
That's
and
real.
that is the problem that we have with adults.
Don't nobody know what rites of passage is.
What's a rites of passage?
A rites of passage is what she's saying. It's like, I'm about to tell you, if you're Hirsch. Like the Jewish folks have, what do they have? The bar mitzvahs.
Don't let her intimidate you.
They have bar mitzvahs to get their males and their females from that young stage of teenager into a young adulthood. Hold on, it's more than a party.
No, it's more than a party.
Wait a minute, hold on for a minute. I want to go back to this emasculation thing.
Yes.
I want to be clear about this.
This is a issue.
Wait a minute. This is a core issue. You're right. You're saying that black men believe that black women emasculate.
Yes.
And then you said, yes, they do emasculate.
Yes.
Document. Show me in what ways do black... Wait a minute, that's all right. Show me in what ways do black women emasculate or destroy black men. Show me how that happens.
Black women in their need to be in control.
Hello.
in their need to be in control.
Okay, keep going. Wait a minute. You act like
we will take away some of our male counterparts' decision-making. We will not include them in some of the things with the kids.
Wow.
If they are a step parent, we'll say, this is my child. Don't you say nothing about how I do my child, but you married him.
Takes his manhood
White women
away.
do the same thing. I am so tired of everybody putting black women in some sort of just like we want the same things, we all do the same things. Women are women. Okay? Because let me tell you from personal experience, dealing with family members and friends.
Is that true, Irv?
When they get with these white women and they love them, they get married to them and all of that. But guess what? When the honeymoon is over, that white woman turns into a whole different breed.
That's not true.
Okay.
The reason why it's not true, it's not true.
Yes, it is.
The reason why it's not true is that white women are taught not to do that.
That is not true.
They are taught not to do that.
That is not true because I have 2 examples in my own family. As soon as these brothers divorced or got rid of their white women, all of a sudden couldn't nobody find the children. We're not allowed to visit. We move in 10, 15 states over. Okay? That is not true.
Maybe that's for the
that takes me off.
Hold on.
No, it is a small segment.
You're talking about your personal experience, which already is not the norm.
Constructive advice or racial insanity. Woo, up next on Khari, free at last. Welcome back to Khari, free at last. Stanford law professor Ralph Richard Banks says black women should forget race loyalty and leave black men behind and marry other races. Now, is this constructive advice or racial insanity? Joining me is TalkTainmentRadio.com host Jallow, Kamilah Terry, and Pastor Catrina Hawkins-bowles. All right, now Ralph says, you know something, leave black men behind. They're not worth saving. Go get you a white man. Go get you a Latino man. Go get you an Asian man. Forget black men.
Wow.
Is that constructive advice or is that racial insanity?
It's racial insanity, but it's racial insanity based upon insanity. Okay?
Why is that insane?
It's insane because we never desert our kind. We never desert ourselves. We should never make a decision to say, I'm gonna leave you out to hang because you're not worth even working for.
Right.
Oh. And black women are naturally very loyal.
Very loyal.
And that's my thing about black men. I am not going to purposefully seek outside.
9% of black women are marrying outside their race. So what about
But this is the thing. Like
that's because they wanted to get married so bad.
I don't have a problem with you dating outside your race. Marrying outside of your race. It's when you purposefully seek out to only date somebody other than. Now that's an issue. And black women
Why is that a problem?
Because what is the hatred that you have for your own people that you're gonna make a point?
Oh.
Not to see the beauty and the diversity.
Maybe they did see the beauty. Maybe they wanted the diversity.
And this is so crazy. I know somebody who was white, a contemporary who was white woman, and she said she would only date black men.
So what's wrong with that?
She got a problem too.
Wait a minute, how is that a problem, Jallow?
I don't, for me, I think that adults should
do you only date white men? Black men?
Yes. Yes, because that's my preference.
No, it's because... You don't want diversity?
It's because... No, I don't want to be...
You're not tolerant?
I don't want to be diverted.
You don't want inclusion? What's your problem?
Yeah, I don't want to be diverted. My thing is this, that I'm like her, I have brand loyalty, number one. I know where I belong.
Oh, that was cute.
You know what I mean?
That was cute.
So therefore...
I'm the equal opportunity dater.
Yeah, so, you know, and they, you know, I think that adults should do what is best for them. You know, that's her. I don't agree with what she said about the white women. I can't agree with what... I can't agree with what she said last segment about the white women. No,
why can't you agree with it?
I do agree that they do have financial backers. Because I have a personal relationship with.
You don't think they raise as much hell as black women?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really?
No, because I'm looking at the relationships that I see with the interracial relationship that I see, and this woman.
But black women are victims of racism.
I talked to a black man last night that said
reason?
when he got into a relationship with a white woman, he realized the difference and how he was even treated. And when they would get in arguments or something would go down, the difference is you still a Negro. Negro when it comes down to it. And when the race war strikes, please believe she gonna turn on you.
Myth. That's a myth.
But
isn't that a myth,
I think that's in the race code.
Don't you try it. Isn't that a myth?
There is a difference in how you're treated, because as black women, I know that we can admit that we could have been somewhere and an interracial couple walked in.
I used to do that. I don't do it anymore.
I used to do it too.
I don't do that anymore.
In my early 20s, I used to do that. I matured past that, because there are people who will stare at them, who will be angry just in seeing them together.
So what's the future? If this stuff continues, what will happen to the black family?
The future is less people like our complexion. And more people like...
We're just saying.
You wouldn't know it, but my parents are brown.
I believe you.
It's all genetics.
I believe you.
But we just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying
10, 20 years.
So what you're saying is that we're going to have more mixed babies?
The browning of America is a problem?
Is that a problem?
The melting pot. When I was a kid, they said we were a melting pot.
It's not the skin color.
But it might not be the skin color.
I am no less black than you just because I'm of a vanilla tone.
But guess what? When you are born between the legs of a white woman, it is going to be a cultural difference.
There is.
Yes, it is.
There is.
Because now you have...
Between the legs.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
Well, it's real.
It's going to be a cultural difference and a cultural shift.
Thanks to TalkTainmentRadio.com host Irv Jallow, Kamilah Terry, and Pastor Catrina Hawkins-bowles. And thank you for watching Khari Free at Last on Bounce23 TV.